Hiya, Mr. Smith from St. James. I have been playing with my new Microbit, and I thought I'd show you what I've done. I've not looked at any tutorials. I can't imagine this is particularly imaginative, but I've done a Catch the Apple game. So I thought I'd talk you through it and show you it in action. So you've got your simulator over yonder. If I just click play to restart the thing, I've got simulated buttons. So if I bounce that, this is my player, and these are my apples falling from the top of the screen. So I'll call that one. So I'll go back over there too, and I catch this one. And one click, can you see where I just tap on the simulated button there, and it moves my player left and then right. So I can just wait there for that one. And then what I'll do is I'll not catch the second one so you can see what happens when I die. So over in the code here, it checks there, so I've died, so it says game over. I just type through the code, set game over to false, set delay to 1500, so this is the pauses between the drops. While game over is false, set the enemy's X. Now, I started doing a dodge, like a racing car game, we have to dodge the other cars or avoiding asteroids or whatever falling from the top, and I decided this line here to have a doesn't equal, which could just as easily have been an equal. There would have been a couple of logical changes, and then you would have been avoiding the things falling from the top. But I think because of the speed of the LEDs, I think they would have ended up, you wouldn't have been able to dodge them because you wouldn't have been able to see the transition. It would have been flashing too fast for you to see where they were coming from. Whereas this one, you can definitely see it coming, you just can't get there fast enough. So it works anyway. The enemy X is the apple's X coordinates. In fact, on this, one of the problems that I had was I was renaming variables and then trying to use them, and it was renaming it everywhere in my script. So that's a downside, but in this instance, it's actually a good thing because I can change that to Apple X, and I only have to change it in one place, and all the other Apple X's change. So that's super useful. So the Apple X is a random position on the top bit here. The Y position is always going to be 0 at the top of the screen. While the Y position doesn't equal 5, so it checks, it restarts that particular drop once the apple's fallen off the bottom of the screen. If it doesn't fall off the bottom of the screen, you can see there, that's when you get your game over. Sorry, if it isn't caught, it gives you a game over. If you do catch it, essentially the apple passes the player. It doesn't matter the details of that. I've got my buttons, so I press my buttons. Now to start with, the reason this is more complicated is because otherwise you can go off the screen, and I realised I was spamming these buttons to try and catch the last couple of apples, and I was actually going off the side of the screen, which it allows you to do. It allows you to plot a LED position that's off the sides of the screens. You can see it's still looping away in the background there. Right, the thing that I really, really like is how easy it was to plug the thing in and change from the simulator to the actual Microbit. It's just a doddle. You hit compile, it gives you a little kind of warning thing. But down here is the hex file, and I'm literally just going to grabbing it from here, dragging it onto my my computer drop, and then dropping it there. That's it. Now it takes a second or two, you can see, to get it across. But how easy is that? And it's on there. Now I haven't got a battery pack for it yet, so I'm having to leave it plugged in. But I've got the LED working over the top. I need a few more LEDs. I need a green, a yellow, and a red to do a traffic light system. But it looks lovely. So I'll put on a video of me playing it on the actual Microbit. But yeah, I think for a first go, I think that's pretty cool. I liked that, and I was just mad impressed with how easy it was. Thanks for watching. Speak to you soon. Bye. So this is me playing on the actual game on the physical device. You can see it in the bottom right hand corner. It plugs in with a tiny little USB cable, which for the laptop was actually great. It was perfect. You can see the simulator in the background keeps rotating around game over, or at least it did, and now it's restarted the game. And you can see at the bottom, so they're independent. It's not like the simulator copies what the physical device is doing. The physical device has the code compiled into hex, and then you have to transfer it across, which I think you've just seen me do on the previous video. In the bottom right, you can see apples falling down, and there are the physical buttons that I'm moving the character around with. I think you can see the nice bright LEDs, so it's not difficult to kind of see what's going on. The issue I think I made in the video earlier is that the refresh there, you can see it's really speeding up. It gets it's really quick, really fast. And there you go. So that's the end of the game. Thanks for watching the video. I hope that was interesting to have a look at the Microbit if you haven't got one, and if you have got one, it's a good project to copy.